You're listening to the Curate Your Life podcast with Temetria, episode 110. Hi, I'm Temetria, a single woman in midlife, but not quite ready for the moo-moo life. I'm focused on curating a life that I love, a life that is bold and vibrant and full of purpose. And I'm passionate about helping other women do the same. So join me if you're ready to curate a big, bold, beautiful life that you love. So today I want to talk about being present and grateful. And I know I have a series coming on the Curate Your Life process, and that was supposed to start today, actually Tuesday. It was supposed to drop this morning. It did not drop because I wanted to record this podcast and to remind you that the best thing that you can do for your mental health, your physical health, for your spiritual health is to take some time to be present and to be grateful. It makes a huge difference on your energy, on how you move about the world, in the world, how you interact with people, if you're grounded in your life, if you're grounded in who you are. And so the best way to do that is to spend time being present with your thoughts, with your feelings, with who you are, to spend time being present with the people that you're with, if you're with people, being present with the things that you're doing, being focused on what you're doing. We are so scattered and we have so many things pulling at our attention. If we can just put on the blinders from time to time, even just for a few minutes every day, just put on the blinders and be in that moment and quiet and still, and take some time to get in touch with yourself, to hear your own self think. It's life-changing. And then if you can take time daily and spend some time in gratitude and thinking about, even better, writing about what you're grateful for. I make it part of the Curate Your Life planner. Every day there's a space in there to write down what you're grateful for. And there are times when I list the same things for days in a row, but that's okay because I'm intentionally expressing my gratitude, being thankful and appreciative of the people in my life, the things that I have in my life, where I am in my life, being very mindful of being grateful for that. And there are days when the things that I'm grateful for, the things that come to mind, seem kind of random. But I'm okay with that because I think when you're in that and when you can find the joy and the gratitude and the appreciation for the little things in life, it makes life better. So that's what I wanted you to think about. How you can take time and just push away all the noise, push away all the distractions, push away all the things that are tugging at you, and find time every day, 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to just be quiet and be still and listen to your thoughts and your heart and just be in the moment without all of the noise. It makes a difference in how you go about your day. I try to start my day that way with meditation and prayer and journaling and all the things, but that gets me set for my day before things start coming at me, start bombarding me. I call it, before I say I always do those things, my planning, my journaling, meditation, praying, before I let in the outside voices, before I check email, before the TV goes on, although the TV doesn't really go on very much in the mornings anymore, but before other things start happening, I get clear and get quiet and spend some time in my own head And then as I'm journaling, there's a place for gratitude. So I write down what I'm grateful for. But at night, there's a place in the journal where you come back and you record your wins and you rate your day. And oftentimes I will go back up to the gratitude section and write something else that I'm grateful for that day. And it's just a shift in the energy that you feel. It's a shift mentally, physically, emotionally, when instead of the I wish one of these days, if only, you're in the moment and you're grateful and appreciating life. Or you're just remembering that, hey, I had that really good cup of coffee this morning, or somebody held the door open and smiled and said, have a good day, first thing, and that's the way I started my day, and I'm grateful for that. It shifts the way you think, it shifts the way you feel, and it shifts what you do, how you go about in the world. So you taking that time to be in the moment, to be present and still, gets you grounded. And then taking the time to be grateful changes your energy and your frequency and how you go about being in the world. Because you have come across that person where you're like, ooh, what's wrong with them? Without them saying anything, without them necessarily looking at you, you can just feel that's a real thing. So, and you can't clean up the rest of the world. You can't fix the rest of the world. You can't even clean up your significant other or your child. If they are in that, you only can control this. I always kind of hold my arms out and say, this is your span of control. But really, that's a little bit too far. You got to probably keep it right about here. This is what you can control. And this is what you can control. So spend some time being present and quiet and in your head and in your soul. And then spend time in gratitude. It will change your life, especially if you make it a practice and a habit and you really get into that groove. Because when you sit down, like I sit down, like I said, in the morning and at night, but during the day, I have times when I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Or expressing appreciation to the person in front of me. How big is that when somebody says to you, hey, thank you, I really appreciate that. Or I really appreciate what you're doing. Or I really appreciate your help. When somebody expresses genuine appreciation to you, it warms your heart. So I try to do that to other people, express my appreciation. But even if it's the person who lets me in traffic, I do the wave, the Southern thank you wave. But I also, oftentimes, I'm in the car by myself, I say thank you. I say it when other people are in the car too. I wave and I say thank you. And I believe on some level in this world, that makes a difference. It sends out an energy, and that may be too woo for you, but I believe in energy and karma and putting out the good and being open to receiving the good and the love. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Being present and being grateful, and how that will change your life. So, and it can be such little things. I guess I'm not leaving you with this yet. I want to keep talking. It can be such a small thing, seemingly small, that's really, really big. I had dinner with a friend of mine. She invited me over to her house. We normally are pretty good about getting together on a more regular basis, but it had been a while since we'd seen each other, I think since July, and I just went to her house, very casual Sunday afternoon for dinner, kind of old people's dinner. It was like 4, I said it. But we just had a great time, just sitting, talking, watching TV. I made her turn on the football game so I could watch the football game. But just being with her and chatting with her and talking to her and catching up about everything and nothing was great for my soul. And she had this little puppy. She just got a new puppy. And y'all know I'm a people person. If you don't know, I'm a people person. But this little puppy was the sweetest, cutest little thing. 6 months old, very well behaved. Like, I'm like, how old is that dog? Because it wasn't jumping. It didn't seem puppy-ish. It was a little old soul in a puppy. Just the best thing. And I know it is such a good thing for her that I told her, I'm like, I like your dog. I don't say that very often to very many people. But I told her, I'm like, I like your dog. I'm like, this is a sweet little puppy. And I am grateful that she has that. And I know she's grateful for that. And yeah, I'm going to seriously now leave you with that story and the reminder to get somewhere, get quiet, get physically still, be present in you, with you, and find things to be grateful for and appreciative of as often as you can. Until next time. If you're ready to put the focus back on you and be the star of your show again, I invite you to join the Binge Your Life Challenge, where you'll spend 5 days focused on something meaningful to your life. You pick the goal or the thing that you want to focus on, and I guide you through the 5-day Binge Your Life Challenge. And when I say challenge, I mean opportunity. Opportunity to put on the blinders and focus on what's important and meaningful to you and creating that in your life. Join me for the next Binge Your Life Challenge. It'll be better than anything you can stream. You can find the link to join in the show notes.